The best VR headset is all about fully immersing you into another world with as little headache as possible. This means VR headsets that are easy to use, affordable, and comfortable will be at the top of the list. The options out there can be a bit daunting, especially when comparing headset specs without context. But don't worry, I got my hands on all the popular headsets from Valve, Meta, HTC, and more to let you know which ones are worth your hard-earned cash. After researching the market, we have come up with the top 5 best VR headsets from the market. They will do what they are intended for and some more. So without further ado, let's start with the video. And don't forget to check the product link in the description. Number 1. Meta Quest 2 VR Headset. The Meta Quest 2 improves on the original headset in nearly every way possible, and at a more affordable price. It's the best $300 VR headset for newbies and experienced users alike. The Oculus Rift was the first big name in the current VR wave, arguably because it was the first to make VR remotely affordable. Although Facebook bought Oculus and has been phasing the name out in favor of Meta for both its VR platform and the entire company's name, the Oculus roots run deep. It's still inexpensive for a VR platform, though, and you don't need any additional hardware attached or cables running out of the headset. It's powered by mobile components, specifically the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset, and that's enough to run compelling VR experiences. It also has an incredibly robust library of those experiences, so you'll find something that entertaining. The Quest 2 can be used as a tethered headset if you buy the right accessory. The link cable is a 5-meter USB-C cord that lets you connect the Quest 2 to your computer and use it just like the Rift S to play PC-specific VR games like Half-Life Alyx. The cable is expensive, but considering most tethered-only PC headsets are still more expensive than the Quest 2 with the cable, it comes out ahead in value even after adding the accessory. Simply put, the Quest 2 is for anyone interested in playing in virtual reality. It's relatively affordable, has plenty of games and software, and you don't need to plug it into anything except to charge its battery. It's easily the most accessible VR headset, and so it's one we can readily recommend to almost anyone. If you want the most advanced graphics and are willing to spend 2, 3, or 4 times as much on a headset, and at least that much again on a PC, this might not satisfy you. For everyone else, though, it's an ideal entry point into VR. Number 2. Sony PlayStation VR Headset. The Sony PlayStation VR headset brings powerful, compelling virtual reality, with motion control support, to the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The PlayStation VR is aging. After all, it doesn't need any extra hardware if you already have one of those consoles, though if you want to use it with your PS5, you must request a free adapter from Sony for the required PlayStation camera to work. Sony backed its development, and it has built a large library of PSVR games including Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted, Moss, Res Infinite, and Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. Many games don't need motion controls, and can be played with the DualShock 4 or DualSense. Though you should be aware that the aforementioned 12-year-old PlayStation Move controllers might not be included with PSVR bundles if you do want two-handed motion controls, so make sure you check the product description. You can use the headset to play non-VR games and apps if none of the VR releases appeal to you. The PlayStation VR displays all non-PS VR software as a giant screen floating in front of your face, similar to the virtual desktop software available for the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. Of the 3 major virtual reality headsets to come out last year, the PlayStation VR started with the best signal-to-noise ratio of fully formed games rather than small-scale experiences that serve as tech demos. This is for PlayStation fans who already have a PS4 or PS5 and want to play with VR on those systems. If you want to get the most out of your PS5, though, you might want to wait a bit. Sony is working on a new PlayStation VR system, PlayStation VR 2. It's not clear when it will actually come out, but it appears to be more advanced than the PSVR in every way, including having all new motion controllers. Number 3. Valve Index Full VR Kit. The Valve Index is the most impressive consumer VR headset we've seen yet, entirely due to its revolutionary, finger-tracking controllers. Valve's PC-tethered VR headset is pricey, and on paper it doesn't stand out much from the competition. The headset is just one part of the VR experience, though, and the Valve Index really impresses because of the other major component, the controllers. They're revolutionary, able to rack individual finger movements and make games much more immersive than the standard trigger grips on other controllers. It's amazing to see your fingers wiggle in Half-Life Alyx. The headset itself, while not outstanding, still offers crisp, smooth graphics with a high refresh rate, too. The system integrates with Valve's Steam Store through Steam VR, so there's an incredibly large library of VR games, even if only a tiny fraction might bother with the finger support. If you want to simply dabble in VR and don't want to invest that much money into it, the Oculus Quest 2 remains our favorite headset for its accessibility and ease of use. It's a standalone headset without any cables to trip over, and offers a comprehensive VR experience with a strong ecosystem. The Valve Index is our new favorite tethered VR system, though, and the choice to go with if money are no issue, for the best possible control and graphics. As a result, the Valve Index is our editor's choice pick for PC tethered VR headsets. This is the go-to VR headset for use with PCs, thanks to its strong performance and revolutionary controllers. If you're just starting with VR on PC, go with this one. If you already have a Steam VR compatible headset, though, such as the HTC Vive Cosmos Elite, or Vive Pro 2 along with their base stations, you can buy the controllers for $280 to breathe new life into your VR experience without investing in the full Valve Index system. Number 4. HTC Vive Pro 2 VR Headset. The Vive Pro 2 is the highest resolution VR headset we've seen yet, with a price to match. It's worth considering if you want the best VR experience available, and don't mind mixing and matching components. This advanced, semi-consumer VR headset targets both enthusiasts and professionals with the sharpest picture available at 2448 by 2448 pixels per eye. It easily offers the best visuals we've seen in VR so far, though at a hefty price. The headset alone is $799, and that doesn't factor in the base stations and controllers. It works with Steam VR just like the Oculus Quest 2, and has its own VR software store in the form of Viveport. The store offers the subscription-based Viveport Infinity service that provides unlimited access to VR experiences, instead of a la carte software purchases. That's a nice bonus outside of Steam VR. Despite my qualms about tripping over cords, PC tethered VR is still going strong, as seen in the excellent Valve Index. Before the Index, though, Valve partnered with HTC to produce the first Vive VR headset to work with the Steam VR platform. The two companies parted ways on VR development, with HTC vying for much more enterprise and development attention with its Focus and Pro Eye headsets while Valve released the Grip Sensing Index. HTC isn't out of the consumer VR game, however, with its middling but functional Vive Cosmos headset and its new Vive Pro 2. Despite its name, the Vive Pro 2 is intended for both professional VR and consumers, offering the same Steam VR compatibility as the Valve Index along with HTC's own Viveport ecosystem. If you want the best VR experience available without diving into pro-level extremes, the Vive Pro 2 combined with Valve Index controllers is the combination to go with. It'll cost you at least $1,300 before factoring in a PC with the specs to take advantage of the headset's power, but you'll enjoy amazing visuals and controls. Number 5. HP Reverb G2 VR Headset. The redesigned HP Reverb G2 VR headset offers a more comfortable fit and reliable experience than its predecessor, while maintaining the same sharp picture and reasonable price. It lacks some of the competition's more compelling benefits, though. Microsoft's Windows mixed reality platform has been dwindling for a while, since HTC and Valve offer much larger VR games and software libraries. As a result, the previously WMR-specific HP Reverb has been reworked into the Steam VR-friendly HP Reverb G2. It's pricey compared with the Oculus Quest 2, but it's more affordable and easier to set up than the Valve Index for a tethered-only VR experience. It also features a high resolution for the price, at 2160 by 2160 for each eye. This middle ground is appealing if you want to try PC tethered VR gaming without spending a ton of money. It also uses camera-based tracking, so you don't need to set up base stations like you do with the Index or Vive Pro 2. The consumer virtual reality headset market thinned a bit over the last few years. Facebook/Meta simplified its Oculus lineup to just the standalone Quest 2, and HTC focused primarily on professional use with its Vive Pro and Vive Focus lines. Microsoft's Windows mixed reality platform has seen a soft culling, too, and currently HP is the only company besides HTC that offers a consumer headset for it. The Reverb G2 shares a general shape with the original Reverb, but with welcome upgrades in terms of comfort and motion tracking. The all-black headset has a smooth, plastic visor, with two forward-facing cameras on the front panel. Give this one a shot if it's on sale, and you want to experience crisp VR on your PC. The Oculus/Meta Quest 2 is a better overall pick, since it costs less money and you can also use it with a computer, but the Reverb G2 offers a slightly sharper picture.